More spring ball coming up on the Major League Baseball Virtual Network. Hello and welcome. I'm Nicholas Callis. We did a Grapefruit League game yesterday, and now it's time to cover the Cactus League. Two teams from the state of California, the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Los Angeles Angels, coming up right now. Pitching tonight for the Angels, Andrew Heaney, a veteran with the team. Andrew Heaney made his debut in Major League Baseball on June the 19th of 2014. Made his debut with the Miami Marlins and was later traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers and then quickly to the Los Angeles Angels, and has been playing with the Angels ever since the 2015 season. Here's Mookie Betts. Strike on him from Andrew Heaney. First pitch of the game is a strike. Mookie Betts, of course, traded in that blockbuster deal that involved the Twins and the Red Sox. He and David Price are now playing for the Dodgers. Alex Verdugo and Jeter Downs were sent to the Red Sox, and Kenta Maeda and Brusdar Gatterall, Kenta Maeda went to the Twins. Brusdar Gatterall, now a part of the Dodgers. Betts down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Against Heaney, here's the pitch. And that's line to left. That's going to be a base hit. So Mookie Betts leading off the ball game, hits it into left. And he's aboard with a single to begin this game.
The first baseman,
Heaney just kind of left that pitch up. That allowed Betts to square it up, and now here's Max Muncy. First pitch is a strike. That was on the swing. Muncy chased it. The home plate umpire didn't need an appeal, said he went around. Believe it or not, Max Muncy did not start his career with the Dodgers. He was actually a part of the Oakland Athletics once upon a time, and only broke out with the Dodgers when he debuted with them in 2018. Grounded to second. And that's a double play from La Stella to Simmons. Back to first. Double play. Gets 2 quick outs after the Betts single. And you take a look at the Dodgers starting lineup there. I mean, if this team really can't get much better after making it to the World Series 2 times over the last 3 seasons. The Dodgers winning the National League Western Division 7 times in the last 10 years. I mean, this team has just been flushing out talent. But still no World Series to show for it. Justin Turner standing against Heaney. It's 0-2 on him. But on top of all of the accolades that the Dodgers achieved over the last 10 years, now Mookie Betts is added to the formula. And this team still has as high as expectations as ever. Trout can't make the play, and Goodwin misplays it in right. Turner on his way to second. He's aboard with a 2-out double. And Turner, that's going to be scored a base hit, or a double. Because even if Goodwin brings that ball up cleanly, Turner was already booking it to second. Couple of nice squared up balls in this one when Betts got his single, and now Turner with a double. Here's Cody Bellinger with 2 outs, runner on second in the form of Turner. Heaney's pitch is right over the heart of the plate, strike 1. Cody Bellinger, Rookie of the Year in 2017, Most Valuable Player in the National League in 2019, and is a very versatile player for this Dodgers team as he fouls that one off. Came up to replace an injured Adrian Gonzalez in the 2017 season and really solidified his role at first base. Swung out and missed at that one. And that'll end the inning. So despite 2 hits, Dodgers can't score any runs in that top of the first. To the bottom of the first, where this game's headed, it's The Dodgers 0, Angels coming to bat. Major League Baseball's virtual network bringing you virtual spring training. Brought to you by MLB The Show 20. And here's a young talent. Here's some young talent on this Dodgers team. Walker Buehler, those are his 2019 stats with Los Angeles. A very good starter with this team. Buehler made his Major League debut in 2017, but broke out in 2019 with that 14-4 record and a 3.26 ERA in 30 games pitched. Pitched well in 2018, as a matter of fact. 24 games started in 2018. 8-5 record with a 2.62 ERA. Tommy La Stella quickly down in the count, 0-2, batting for the Angels. Pitch coming from Walker Buehler. Hit in the air, left field. And A.J. Pollock is there, and he'll make the catch. And that's a quick out of Tommy La Stella at the top of the Angels' order, one away. And we'll take a look at the Angels' starting lineup now. Several big names in the 2 through 5 spots in the order, some more prominent than others, but Anthony Rendon, the newest addition to this Angels team, he'll bat third this inning. Mike Trout standing in, number 2 hitter, reigning most valuable player in the American League. Takes a strike from Walker Buehler. See those statistics there, 45 home runs. Troy Glaus is the current Los Angeles Angels franchise home run leader. He had 47 home runs in a single season. Trout almost beat that record last year, and if it wasn't for an injury Trout suffered that shut him down for the short remaining time in his season, he was projected to break that record set by Troy Glaus. 1-1 pitch coming from Buehler. And home plate umpire says that Trout went around, and now Trout down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But Trout, one of the more consistent hitters of this generation of baseball. And no other team will have him for a while. Signed a $430 million contract extension with the Angels in the 2018-19 offseason. 2-2 pitch. Popped into the air, but that's foul. And Trout staying in the at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one squared up well, hit to center, but Cody Bellinger won't have a problem with that. And he makes the catch. Almost perfectly played, and that's out number 2.
Batting third, the third baseman.
And take a look at the replay. Well, that's just a case, yeah, where Cody Bellinger had played him perfectly, and Trout squared that up as well as he possibly could. Just couldn't hit it where there was any green. Anthony Rendon stands in, a World Series champion last year with the Washington Nationals, and was instrumental in helping the Nationals not only in the whole series, but especially in Game 7, when he hit a home run that got the offense started. Of course, Howie Kendrick was the proclaimed hero in that game, hitting a 2-run home run off of Will Harris to give the Nationals a 3-2 lead late in the game. Rendon was also a part of that same Nationals playoff team that played this same Dodgers team in the National League Division Series. The Dodgers 106-win team in 2019, best team in the National League, hosting the wild card team in the Washington Nationals, who had come off a win after an error was made by Milwaukee Brewers right fielder Trent Grisham, and came to a 5-game series. Anthony Rendon and Juan Soto hit back-to-back home runs that tied the game at 3, and the Nationals went on to win in extra innings. So Rendon was a powerful playoff piece for the Nationals last year, now giving his services to the Angels. Mookie Betts makes the catch out and right, and that'll end the inning. No hits for the Angels in that bottom of the first inning. No runs on no hits and no runners left on. One full inning of play completed. No score heading to the second. This is Major League Baseball's virtual network brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. This is Cactus League Baseball Spring Training Simulation here on MLB's virtual network. Five, six, seven hitters due up for the Dodgers in this top of the second inning. A.J. Pollock, Corey Seager, and Chris Taylor. Heaney at a low pitch count despite giving up 2 hits in that top of the first inning. Betts got a hit. Muncy immediately grounded into a double play. Turner hit a double, and then Cody Bellinger got out, grounded left side. Rendon throws to Pujols, and one quick out of A.J. Pollock starts this top of the second, and time to look at the defense. For the Angels, Mike Trout out there in center, one of the best defenders in the outfield. Justin Upton, more known for his offense. Brian Goodwin manning right field since Cole Calhoun went and signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks. And of course, a name I forgot to mention on there, Andrelton Simmons. Several gold gloves at shortstop with both the Braves and now with the Angels. That pitch misses outside. Corey Seager, the shortstop counterpart on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And he's still throwing quality strikes. 18 pitches through an inning and a third. Plotting his pitches well, throwing strikes. Again, he's given up 2 hits early in this one, but working efficiently early in this game. And this is inside his Seager, counts 2 balls and 1 strike. Into right field. Goodwin running back on it. Goodwin makes the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. Corey Seager out on the fly ball to Goodwin, and that'll bring up Chris Taylor. The bat with 2 outs and the bases empty. Chris Taylor, a utility man on this Dodgers team, playing the designated hitter role in today's game. Has consistently played left field, center field, shortstop, and second base with this team. He can legitimately play anywhere and play it well. Statistics last year, he was a .262 hitter with 12 home runs, 52 RBIs, had 8 stolen bases. Started his career with the Seattle Mariners and was later dealt to the Los Angeles Dodgers during the 2016 season, and has helped them in the World Series, both World Series they've been in this decade, especially the one in 2017. He was an instrumental part of that team as the center fielder. Swings at that pitch and misses. Andrew Heaney gets the Dodgers out 1-2-3. Bottom of the second is where we're headed. It's still 0-0. Dodgers playing the Angels here in this Cactus League spring training game. So bottom of the second. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the Angels. It's Justin Upton, Albert Pujols, and Matt Thaiss. Thaiss, excuse me. Justin Upton leading off for the Angels, takes ball 1. Walker Buehler entering inning 2 of his outing. So if you're new to Major League Baseball's virtual network, I'll fill you in. So this is a network created where games on MLB The Show will be simulated as if it's real life. So all these spring training games right now are just 2 teams being put together for the sake of everybody understanding how this is going to work. But once March 26th comes around and opening day begins, that pitch hit in the center, Bellinger throws it in. But once the March 26th rolls around and once the regular season gets underway, stats will be kept through franchise mode, and you'll be able to follow your team. There will be 2 games broadcasted every day. Every day that there's a game that's going to be on. and you can follow your team. And even if your team is not being featured on one of the games of the day, you can check the game recaps, the standing recaps, and the category leaders between 8 and 10 p.m. every night. And the results of every team will be broadcasted along with the standings and along with category leaders when that information becomes more relevant later in the season. Albert Pujols batting now against Walker Buehler, but keep that in mind as you continue to watch. This is all just spring ball right now, letting everybody get a feel for how the regular season is going to work. Runner goes from first, pitch fouled away. The hit and run was on. And back to first goes Justin Upton. Justin Upton was once a more speedy player. In his veteran years, though, he's turned more to power hitting and run producing rather than raw speed abilities. Albert Pujols takes ball 3. It's 3-2. An imposing figure, Albert Pujols is regarded as one of the best players in the history of the game. Entering his later years now with the Los Angeles Angels, he signed a 10-year deal with the Angels back in the 2011-2012 offseason. Produced for a while, but has been on a consistent decline. 3-2 is swung over and missed. Breaking ball sharp by Walker Buehler. That's his first strikeout in this game, and that's 1 out.
The designated hitter, Matt.
But this MLB Virtual Network is just designed for you to be able to watch games with intelligent commentary as you follow your team through the season as if the season were not being suspended. At Theis in now. He swings and misses at strike 1. Well, that's all this is designed for you to do, is follow your favorite teams and allow you to enjoy baseball while the world is being held indoors and while the world is halted for a little while. So I hope you enjoy. I'm Nicholas Callis. You're watching Major League Baseball's Virtual Network, and this is brought to you by MLB The Show 20. Both kind of a sponsor and literally being brought to you by MLB The Show 20. Swinging a foul ball, Theis still down 0-2. Walker Buehler on the mound. That first, Justin Upton's on first base, and he was the first player to get a hit for the Angels in this game. That pitch misses inside. The Dodgers got 2 hits in the top of the first and were held hitless in the top of the second. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So Walker Buehler, after letting up the single to Justin Upton, gets 2 strikeouts, one of Pujols and one of Theis, and that's out number 2. And now with 2 outs, Brian Goodwin will come to the plate. Goodwin, former Washington National, now plays for the Los Angeles Angels. This is outside, does Buehler. It's 1-0. But Goodwin started his career with the Nationals. Was later traded to the Kansas City Royals for a prospect. And then the Los Angeles Angels on March 27th, 2019, so around this time last year, claimed Brian Goodwin off waivers from the Kansas City Royals, and here he is now playing right field for a missing Cole Calhoun, who decided to sign with the Arizona Diamondbacks this past offseason. Goodwin got him swinging, and after the single by Upton to lead off the inning, Walker Buehler strikes out the next 3 hitters. And the Angels and Dodgers scoreless after 2 will go to the 3rd. Here's Will Smith, a very talented young man on this Los Angeles Dodgers team. Worked with Russell Martin last season when the Dodgers traded for him from the Toronto Blue Jays. But Will Smith had a pretty decent season last season. Expected to start this 2020 season. Batted .253, 15 home runs, and 42 RBIs in 54 games with the Dodgers. Also regularly started in the postseason, which was their 5 games of the NLDS. And a moment I remember from him is in the 9th inning, or the 10th. It was late in the game, and he hit a ball to right field that everybody thought was going to be out of the park, and it just died on the warning track in right field. There's a bobble by Tommy La Stella. That allows Will Smith to reach base. To lead off this inning, it's clearly a routine play, and the scorer's decision is an error. Will Smith hustling all the way down the line and reaches. Here's Gavin Lux. Number 9 hitter for the Dodgers. First pitch from Heaney. Swing, and that's hit decently to right. That's going to fall. Trout can't make the play. Goodwin's going to throw to second, and he's out. Will Smith couldn't get to second on time, and Goodwin, with being well aware, throws out Will Smith trying to advance to second. And that's a tough play for Will Smith because he doesn't want to get too far off the bag. Goodwin has a good arm, so if Trout or Goodwin would have made that catch, he needed to stay close enough to second to be able to tag back up. Here's Mookie Betts. Singled in the first inning off Heaney. So that will not go down as a base hit. Gavin Lux reaches on a fielder's choice. And now a ball thrown to Mookie Betts. It's 1-0. One pitch coming to Betts. Softly to center. Trout able to run that one down. And that's out number 2. Back to first goes Lux. Here comes Max Muncy, grounded into a double play in his first at-bat. 0 for 1 against Heaney. First pitch. Ball 1. Muncy was a 2012 5th-round draft pick of the Oakland Athletics. And on April 28, 2017, the Dodgers signed Muncy to a minor league contract. In 2018, he was invited to spring training. Lux goes. Thrown on the second. He is not in time. Lux got a good jump. More of a first move rather than waiting and seeing if Heaney was going to go home. Castro could not throw him out. 1-2 pitch coming to Muncy from Heaney. Swing and a miss, but the ball gets away from Castro. Lux goes to third. Muncy beats out the strikeout. That's exactly how you'll score that. That's a strikeout, and then Muncy reaches on a wild pitch. Lux moves to third, and now trouble for the Angels. First and third, 2 outs, and Turner coming in. Contract with the Dodgers was promoted on April 17th, 2018, and he's been a regular starter ever since for the Dodgers. And now here is Justin Turner. First pitch misses, ball 1. Turner, now a veteran on this Dodgers team, has manned third base since he came to the Dodgers in 2014. Played a chunk of his career with the New York Mets. Made his debut on September the 8th, 2009 with the Baltimore Orioles. And in 2010 was dealt from the Orioles to the Mets, and then signed a deal in free agency with the Dodgers between the 2013 and 14 offseason. That pitch misses low, and this right now is a lose-lose for Andrew Heaney. A hitter's count for Turner, but Cody Bellinger awaits on deck, and there's already 2 runners on base. 3-1 pitch. That's it well to center. Trout giving chase. Trout can't make the play. Lux scores from third. Coming around is Max Muncy, and he will score. Lux scores from third. Muncy scores all the way from first. And Justin Turner is aboard at second with an RBI double that gives the Dodgers a 2-run lead early in this game. Yeah, even that relay was too late. Simmons with a good effort to try to get that in. Muncy beat it by plenty. And that would have been even without that throw being offline. Now there's Cody Bellinger.
No.
So some unfortunate events for the Angels. Tommy La Stella allowed for Will Smith to reach base on the air. Gavin Lux got aboard with a single after, or a fielder's choice technically after that, but Lux, the faster runner, reached first. Will Smith was out at second. Lux stole second. Then with Max Muncy at the plate and 2 outs. Muncy struck out swinging, but the ball got away from Castro, so Muncy reached base. That put runners at first and third, and that's when the following at bat by Justin Turner resulted in the RBI double that has given the Dodgers 2 runs. To 1 pitch to Bellinger. That finds the zone. Counts even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Justin Turner on second. Up the middle. Heaney can't make the play. Simmons has to hurry. Can't make the play. Cody Bellinger safe at first on an infield single. Justin Turner advances to third. And the Angels not out of this third inning yet. That'll bring up number 5 hitter A.J. Pollock. Pollock signed a 4-year deal with the Dodgers in the 2018-19 offseason. Former Arizona Diamondback. Dealt with some injuries, though, in 2019. Didn't really participate in the postseason with the Dodgers in 2019.
Outside.
However, since the acquisition of Mookie Betts and since Bellinger has been fluent in center field, Pollock will be now more of a platoon player with Jock Peterson in left. Since Heaney's on the mound and since Heaney is a left-handed pitcher, the righty Pollock will take duties because Jock Peterson's a left-handed hitter. 1-2 pitch. On the ground left side, Simmons elects to throw to first, and he does get Pollock out in time. The Dodgers, however, score a couple runs on that Justin Turner RBI double. And going to the bottom of the third, it's the Dodgers 2 and the Angels 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis, and this game is literally brought to you by MLB The Show 20. Parker Buehler entering his third inning on the mound. Will face Andrelton Simmons to lead off the bottom of the third. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Angels. Andrelton Simmons, Jason Castro, and then back to the top for Tommy La Stella. Ball hit well but foul by Simmons. Count is now even at 1. Andrelton Simmons in his career has won Defensive Player of the Year 5 times. Twice with the Braves, 3 times with the Angels. He's won a Gold Glove with both 2 years with the Braves and 2 years with the Angels. The Gold Glove at the shortstop position. And he's won a platinum. He won a Platinum Glove in 2013 with the Atlanta Braves. 2-2 pitch. His offensive numbers aren't terrible as well. 264 hitter, 7 home runs and 40 RBIs. And 103 games with the Angels last season. And he takes strike 3 called there and hits himself on the head as he walks back to the dugout. Buehler has struck out the last 4 hitters he's faced. Last inning, Justin Upton hit a leadoff single. And then Buehler struck out the next 3 hitters. I was watching the pitch sequences there, all the strikeout pitches that he's thrown. So again, Upton singled. Buehler struck out the next 3 hitters. And starts this inning off with a strikeout. First pitch misses outside. Here's Jason Castro. You see the exaggerated infield. Playing Castro to pull the ball. In yesterday's game with the Yankees and Pirates, the shift was not of much use. Hitters were beating the shift on multiple occasions. Hitters count now for Castro. 2-0 pitch coming. Chases that one. That was a big 2-0 hack. Now it's 2-1. Castro, a former Houston Astro, Minnesota Twin, and signed a free agent deal this past offseason with the Angels. Castro was an all-star with the Houston Astros back in 2013. Two coming. Hit well and also foul, so the count stays even at 2-2. Castro with the Twins last season, .232 average with 13 home runs and 30 RBIs. Of course, he was dealing with some injuries last season that caused him not to play as much. Strikes out there, and that's 5 straight strikeouts for Walker Buehler, and now with 2 outs back to the top of the order goes the Angels. It's Tommy La Stella. He takes ball 1 outside. We're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network where you are able to watch baseball while real baseball is not being played. So root for your favorite teams, get updates on how the league's doing, and get real broadcasts like this one. Of course, when the regular season starts, 2 broadcasts a day, 2 games of the day, so you can enjoy baseball as if it never ended. Ground ball played by Gavin Lux. Throws to Max Muncy, and Estella grounds out to end the inning. The strikeout streak is stopped, though, by Buehler. He's got 5 strikeouts in a row. Going to the 4th, it's the Angels 2 and the Dodgers 0. No commercials here on MLB's virtual network because we really don't need them now, do we? Can't handle those commercials. It'll get the games in and out quicker. Everybody's already warmed up at light speed. Andrew Heaney coming into his 4th inning of work, facing Corey Seager to begin the inning. And the first pitch fouled off, strike 1. The Dodgers scored 2 last inning on some unconventional events. Max Muncy struck out with 2 outs in the inning, but he reached first on a wild pitch. Gavin Lux was already on second after he got on base. Seager grounds out 1 to short. There's Simmons. Will throw to Pujols, and Seager's out. But after the strikeout and the wild pitch, it allowed Muncy to reach. Justin Turner had doubled them both home. And so now it's a 2-0 Dodgers lead. 1 out, top of the 4th. Here is Chris Taylor. 0 for 1 today, and takes ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
That's a strike count even at 1. And he gets into the windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's low, ball 2. So Chris Taylor on the roster listed as a left fielder this year, although he can play anywhere. So while he's a utility man, he can play regularly and give some of the starters some days off as needed. Grounded to first. Pujols with a smooth play. Unassisted 3, and that's out number 2. Will Smith will stand in. 2 outs, base is empty for him. Reached on an error his last time at bat. Almost low, that's ball 1. As we talked about, Will Smith will more than likely be the primary catcher for the Dodgers this year after Breaking out last season, .253 average, 15 home runs, and 42 RBIs. Played regularly in the division series against the Nationals as well. Made his debut on May the 28th of last season. That misses. 3-0 now on Will Smith. Was Baseball America Major League All-Rookie Team in 2019. He also made an All-Prospect Team in 2017 while he was still in the Dodgers system. And he throws that one over. The count's 3-1. So going to miss that strike two. Smith was drafted by the Dodgers in the first round. He was the 32nd overall pick in the 2016 Major League Baseball draft. From Louisville, Kentucky. Swinging a foul ball. Louisville Bats Company, one of my favorite bat companies. Located in that, located where Will Smith's from, Louisville, Kentucky, of course. 3-2 again is fouled off. Count stays full. Top of the fourth, the Dodgers leading this one. Here's the pitch. Outside, that's ball four. Will Smith works a 2-out walk. And that'll bring up number 9 hitter, second baseman Gavin Lux. Lux is 0 for 1, but the fact that he didn't get a hit in his last at-bat was kind of unfortunate. He hit the ball to the outfield. Trout was running after it, and Trout dove and couldn't make the play. Will Smith stayed close to first. As Castro makes a nice pluck there. Smith stayed close to first, and then Trout couldn't make the play, but Goodwin was right behind Trout and threw to second before Will Smith could get there. And that robbed Lux of a hit. Just went down as a fielder's choice. 2-0 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that's foul. It's 2-1. So Heaney got Seager and Taylor out to start this inning and then issued a walk to Will Smith, who's the one on first now, and Gavin Lux. Base hit into right. There's Goodwin, who will throw right into third. Smith not advancing anywhere further than second. And Gavin Lux aboard with a 2-out single. Heaney already given up 5 hits. And hasn't tallied full 4 innings yet. Lineup flips over. Here's Mookie Betts batting for the 3rd time against Heaney. Single back in the first. Grounds that one up the middle. That gets past LaStella. Base hit. Trout has it. Throws to the cutoff man Pujols, who does cut it off. Will Smith scores from second. Lux advances from first to second, and aboard with an RBI single, and his second hit of the day is Mookie Betts. And with that time called, Heaney getting a meeting at the mound. It's not Joe Madden, the manager, but just the pitching coach. Mickey Callaway, former manager of the New York Mets, also the former pitching coach of the Cleveland Indians, and he was a part of the Indians coaching staff when they went to the World Series in 2016. Here's Max Muncy batting, 0-1 count against Heaney. Up the middle, Heaney snags that one, throws to Pujols, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers get a run on a couple hits and a walk. Bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0. Dodgers lead the Angels. And ignore those 3 guys on the screen. Those guys are not announcing right now. My name is Nicholas Callis, and you are watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. Mike Trout stands in, he is 0 for 1 in this game today. Buehler pitching with some efficiency, 49 pitches through 3 innings, entering the 4th. Dangerous part of the Angels lineup. Coming up, it's Mike Trout Anthony Rendon, and then Justin Upton. 0-1 pitch on the way.
No,
Just missed. Counts even at 1. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. And that pitch misses outside. Mike Trout, the one at the plate.
no, that's the ball.
Most of what he's done is already public knowledge, but won the MVP awards in 2014, 16, and 19 in the American League. Fouls that pitch off. Was the Rookie of the Year in 2012 with the Angels. Won back-to-back All-Star MVPs in 2014 and 15, and has been an All-Star ever since 2012.
That's down, ball 4.
That pitch misses low. Not to mention, he's won the Silver Slugger for center fielders ever since 2012.
The third baseman.
And was in the All-MLB first team in 2019. He is that man right there. Might already have a Hall of Fame career. Entering his age 28 season. So Trout walks. Here's Anthony Rendon.
Ball 1.
Trout's been more focused on his hitting stats, but over the last few seasons, stole only 11 bases last year.
Ball.
But in a single season has stolen 49 bases. That was his that's his single season stolen base high, and he recorded that in 2012. And a couple other years where he stole 30 or more bases. Rendon at the plate, 2-0 pitch, that misses outside. 3-0, Dodgers just extended their lead in the top half of this inning. Buehler is setting the Angels up well on offense. 3-0 swinging. Rendon grounds it. Lux to Seager. Back to Muncy. Trout's out at second. Rendon, a victim of the double play. Swinging 3-0. And that's one of the bigger fears of getting the green light on 3-0 is that an inning that had some promise, a leadoff walk and a 3-0 count to one of the best hitters in the league in Rendon now turns into 2 outs, empty bases, and cleanup hitter with nobody to drive in. Upton takes strike 1. So the Dodgers scored a couple in the top of the third on a Justin Upton RBI double, and then scored on the top of the fourth on a Mookie Betts single. Played well by Seager, throws over to Muncy. That ends the inning. So despite the leadoff walk, Angels can't do anything on offense. To the 5th we go. It's Dodgers 3, Angels 0. You're watching MLB's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. In this game, around the halfway point, Justin Turner will bat against Andrew Heaney. Already 2 hits off him in this game. And that's hit number 3 into left. Upton will get it in quickly. And on the first pitch of the inning, Justin Upton singles it to left. There's hit number 3. Kind of pulled off that one too. Look, extended his arms well though, and despite that being an outside pitch, Turner finds a way to get the right part of the bat on it and makes solid contact. Now here's Cody Bellinger. So we're going to miss that strike 1 on Bellinger, who won the Rookie of the Year with the Dodgers in 2017 and is the reigning most valuable player in the National League. 0-1 pitch coming from Heaney. On the ground, right side, gets past Tommy La Stella into right field. Goodwin gets it in quickly. Turner stops at second, and Cody Bellinger aboard with a single. What you might call a seeing eye single, just finds its way past a gap where no infielder could get to it. And Joe Madden coming, and Heaney tosses him the ball. That's the end of Heaney's day. Doesn't record an out in the 5th, so he goes 4+ innings. And the 2 runners on base are his responsibility. Of course, this is spring training, so not that this has any huge implications. But Madden working in some of the players in the bullpen. Taylor Cole is the one summoned out of the bullpen. First pitch to A.J. Pollock, who's hitless in today's game, and he takes ball 1 outside. So the Dodgers scored 2 runs in the top of the 3rd. Scored a run in the top of the 4th.
1-1.
And now we're set up to score here in the top of the 5th. Still nobody out, runners at 1st and 2nd. Both Turner and Bellinger, both who are on base, single. Here's the 1-1. Out to right and foul. Counts 1-2. A.J. Pollock, the former Arizona Diamondback, on a 4-year deal with the Dodgers, and Bellinger. On the ground left side. Rendon to LaStella, back to Pujols. Bellinger out at 2nd, and Pollock has fell victim to a double play. That's just smooth by Rendon. His offense is most notably talked about, but pretty good defender as well over there at 3rd base, and makes the routine plays and a little bit more. Turner advances to 3rd on the double play, and here's Corey Seager facing Taylor Cole with now 2 outs and a runner at 3rd. Swing and foul. Don't forget, on Major League Baseball's virtual network, there will be spring training games, one every day up until Thursday, opening day, when Major League Baseball was scheduled to begin its regular season. But on Thursday, on opening day, 2 games will be broadcasted from every day on. There will be 2 broadcasts a day where you can follow your favorite Major League Baseball team. That goes foul. Corey Seager still in the count 1-2. So even though there's not any real baseball, we can play pretend on this network. You can cover the 2 games being broadcast every day. As Seager lines that one out to right, that's going to fall in. Turner's going to score from 3rd, and shot cuts that one off well. We'll get it in. RBI single for Corey Seager, and the Dodgers. Cole put that one right over the plate. Seager squared it up nicely, as simple as that. Now the Dodgers with a 4-0 lead, but keep in mind the fact that during the regular season you can watch 2 baseball games a day, 2 featured games of the day, every day that there's a game, and then even if your team's not a featured team of the day, you can still look up results and standings. Every night from 8 to 10 there will be broadcasted standings and game result updates. Goodwin makes the play, and that ends the inning. Dodgers get another run, and going to the bottom of the 5th, it's the Dodgers 4 and the Angels 0. Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Albert Pujols coming to the plate. 5-6-7 due up for the Angels. It's Albert Pujols, Matt Thaiss, and Brian Goodwin. And this is the network where you're able to watch baseball even though there is no baseball. And opening day is going to be exciting. So with 2 games
Ball.
So with 2 games being broadcast today, each team will get some coverage at least once a week. So there's going to be no unfair coverage. It's not about the success of each team. This network is broadcast not specifically for who does the best, but moreover just to keep the love of baseball alive while the coronavirus is affecting all of our lives. That ball swung, or taken, by Albert Pujols, and that's the 6th strikeout
The designated hitter.
by Walker Buehler.
Strike.
And Pujols knew it. That's out number 1. Matt Thaiss coming to the plate. 0 for 1 against Buehler in the game, and that pitch just misses. That's ball 1. Thaiss making the roster this season after debuting last season on July the 3rd, 2019. And he was called up close to the death of Tyler Skaggs. Of course, that affected Angels Nation
Ball.
in a very large way.
2 ball. 1 strike.
2 ball, 1 strike pitch. Swinging a foul ball, counts 2-2. But Thaiss last season, in 53 games, batted .211 with 8 home runs and 23 RBIs. And chases that pitch, and now Walker Buehler has set down 7 on strikes. 2 outs.
The right fielder, number 18, Brian Goodwin.
And with 2 outs, that'll bring up number 8 hitter Brian Goodwin. 7 hitter, Brian Goodwin. Goodwin is hitless in this game as well, 0 for 1 against Buehler.
Yep.
And takes a strike. Buehler hitting 100 miles an hour on that pitch. That's strike 1. Brian Goodwin will now replace Cole Calhoun in right field. We've already talked about how Cole Calhoun signed that deal with the Diamondbacks in the offseason. Of course, Shohei Ohtani, once his arm becomes better, if he establishes himself as a two-way player again, I'm sure he'll be out in right field more as well. But right now, it's Goodwin's job to lose. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Walker Buehler now has 8 strikeouts in this game, and that one ends this inning. The Angels are still scoreless through 5. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Angels 0. Will Smith leads off for the Dodgers.
Will.
You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show. I'm Nicholas Callis. And Will Smith fouls that pitch off. That's strike 1. Will Smith 0 for 1 in the game. He walked in his last at bat. That pitch misses. The count's even at 1. Grounded foul, counts now 1-2. Will Smith is the number 8 hitter. Dodgers will send 8, 9, 1 hitters to the plate this half inning. It's Will Smith, Gavin Lux, and Mookie Betts due up. Here's the pitch. That's foul, counts still 1-2. This is Cactic League Baseball against 2 teams that reside in California and reside close to the same, or the exact same market, which is Los Angeles, honing to the city of Los Angeles in California. Both these teams are. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Popped into the air. Routine for Trout. And he's got it. That's out number 1.
Now batting, number 48.
And to bring up number 9 hitter Gavin Lux. Lux singled and scored earlier in this game. He'll bat with the bases empty and 1 out. Taylor Cole still on the mound. Andrew Heaney could not get out of the fourth. Or could not get out of the fifth.
Ball.
And Taylor Cole came in and replaced him. But now the book officially done on Andrew Heaney. And Taylor Cole working for his own statistics. That pitch misses low, counts 3-0. Dodgers scored 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. And were left scoreless in that fifth inning after getting the first 2 runners on base. That 3-0 pitch thrown over. It's now 3-1 on Gavin Lux. That hit well to right field. Goodwin on it, and he's got it. And so 2 quick outs of the Dodgers start the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Dodgers.
And the Dodgers taking it back to the top of the order now. Mookie Betts, who is 2 for 3 in this game, will stand up with 2 outs and the bases empty.
No ball.
Strike 1. Taylor Cole at 24 pitches through 1 2/3 innings pitched. And painted that pitch well. Counts now 0-2. Pitch to Betts. One left up in the zone. Betts can only foul it off, and count remains 0-2. On the Dodgers' new right fielder acquired in a trade this offseason. 0-2 coming. That's outside. Counts 1-2. Foul ball. Count remains 1-2. This is Cactic League Spring Training Baseball. We're watching on Major League Baseball's virtual network. Expect more spring training games all the way up till opening day, when we increase our games from 1 game a day to 2 games a day. You can watch for free. You can watch right here, and you can follow your teams and stay passionate about them, even though the Major League Baseball team is Major League Baseball season has been suspended. You can follow your favorite teams here and pretend like the season was never suspended. That pitch fouled off. Mookie Betts extending this at bat well with 2 outs. Top of the 6th. That's the 9th pitch of the at bat fouled off. There will be a 10th pitch this at bat. Cole into the wind. And that's the 10th pitch of the at bat fouled off. And the 11th pitch gets Mookie Betts down on strikes and ends the top of the 6th. Dodgers get no runs that inning. Leave no runners on base. Going to the bottom of the 6th, it's Los Angeles 4 and Los Angeles 0. Dodgers leading. I realized the mistake I made. Both of these teams from the market of Los Angeles. But nonetheless, the bottom of the 6th rolls around. Andrelton Simmons to lead off for the Angels. 8-9-1 due up for the Angels. It's Andrelton Simmons, Jason Castro, and Tommy La Stella. Walker Buehler gives up a base hit to Andrelton Simmons. That ball hit off the first base bag. And that's one of those rare and unique plays that really you can't do much about as a fielder. And Simmons on board in a unique way. That'll bring up Jason Castro. Walker Buehler has thrown 75 pitches through now 5+ innings. Castro swings at the first one, and despite the pitch count, Buehler still throwing in triple digits. Throwing with high velocity. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Counts 0-2. Buehler has 8 strikeouts in this game in 5 innings. He's averaging more than a strikeout in an inning. And he's got Castro down 0-2. That misses inside. Count is 1-2. Simmons, only the second player on the Angels to get a hit in this game. The Angels have had a tough time getting hits. Have a couple walks thrown here and there. But Buehler, for the most part, has been solid. Castro's still down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's inside. Count run even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Buehler now at 80 pitches. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that's the 9th strikeout for Walker Buehler. Out number 1.
The batter, number 9.
Buehler throwing with sheer dominance right now. That pitch placed near perfectly, and Castro can't do much with it. Top of the order resurfaces for the Angels. Tommy La Stella will bat 1 out, and Simmons on first base. Strike 1. 97 miles per hour. So Simmons reached on a single to lead off this inning, and then Jason Castro struck out against Walker Buehler. La Stella down, no balls, 1 strike. Breaking ball floats too high. Count is even at 1. Tommy La Stella played third base for the betterment of his Angels career, but that was all before Anthony Rendon signed this offseason. That counts now 1-2. So La Stella and David Fletcher will both platoon at second base. La Stella will hit more against right-handed pitchers and Fletcher more against lefties. That popped up to third. Justin Turner makes the play. And Simmons remains at first. 2 outs.
The center fielder, Mike Trout.
2 outs. Here's Mike Trout. 0 for 1. Reached base in the 4th on a walk. First pitch. Line but foul. That's strike 1. Trout was definitely more of a run-producing hitter last year, evident by his .291 average, one of his lower averages in his career, if you could believe that. But 45 home runs and 104 RBIs. Go swing, ball 1. .291 was Trout's lowest average since his inaugural season in 2011 when he batted .220. And even at that, he hit .220 in 2011 in only 40 games. His lowest, in 2014 he batted .287. Swinging a foul ball, so his second lowest average of his consistent career with the Angels, which would be more 2012 than 2011. But even in 2014, he won the MVP that year too with one of his lowest averages of his career. But that year he had the .287 average with 36 home runs and 111 RBIs. Strike 3 called. Beautifully placed by Walker Buehler. Now 10 strikeouts for Buehler. And that ends the 6th inning. The last third of this game coming up next. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Angels 0. I'm Nicholas Callis. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. If you're still wondering what this league is, or what this network is for, it's just for you to be able to enjoy baseball while the entire world has been postponed. Pitch fouled off. Strike 1. Man, I'm a big fan of baseball, and I cannot go can't go very long without baseball. The off season's long enough. So this network is designed for you to watch virtual simulated baseball, pretend like it's real, and still be able to enjoy baseball. So I hope you enjoy it right now. Ryan Boucher and No Ramirez in the bullpen for the Angels. Taylor Cole now in his third inning pitching. He relieved Andrew Heaney in the fourth. See, I keep getting that screwed up. He relieved Andrew Heaney in the fifth. But he's pitched the fifth, the sixth, and now he's pitching into the seventh. And he's facing the middle of the order. Muncy, Turner, and Bellinger due up. Well, he gets Max Muncy to chase that pitch, and that's out number one.
Now batting, third baseman, Justin Turner.
Well-placed pitch. Kind of had some downward action to it as well. But one out, here's Justin Turner. 3 for 3, all 3 of his hits came against Andrew Heaney. The one double he hit back in the third innings gave him his 2 RBIs that he has. That pitch misses high. Dodgers scored 2 in the third. Or 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. Haven't scored since, and Justin Turner robbed of a fourth hit. Agile play by Tommy LaStella at second base. And now there are 2 outs. Watch that anticipation. He moved away from the ball and then adjusted. His hop steps fielding the ball took him to the left, and then he had to adjust himself to his right. And he got up there high enough to make the play. Now 2 outs. Here's Cody Bellinger. Reigning National League Most Valuable Player. 2 for 3 in this game. And the 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball that drops toward the top of the zone for a strike. And one of the reasons why it's dangerous to throw high breaking balls is because the hitter sees it well, and then it drops right into their bat path when they're swinging. So that fastball was thrown better because it'd be very difficult for Bellinger to get his bat on top of that one. When a breaking ball is thrown, a batter can readjust and square it up well at the top part of the zone as compared to the bottom part of the zone where it's a bit harder to reach. Bellinger got in front of that fastball and fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taylor Cole looking to complete 3 full innings out of the bullpen. And that's too high, so the count even now 2-2 on Bellinger. 2-2, here it is. And that misses low. Count is full 3-2. Number 5 hitter A.J. Pollock is on deck. Pitch left up in the zone. That's hit well to left field. Back is up into the wall. That's a home run for Cody Bellinger. And we tracked that at 107.5 miles per hour off the bat. Cody Bellinger homers in this spring game. And the Dodgers have extended the lead. It's 5-0. And that wasn't even a terrible breaking ball, but Cody Bellinger, a good enough hitter to stay with that pitch. It was a slider that was trying to backdoor Bellinger. It started outside the zone and then came back in, and Bellinger stayed on it all the way and hit it a long ways the opposite way. A.J. Pollock up now, hitless in this game. Oh, 1. And he chases that breaking ball. Counts no balls, 2 strikes. Taylor Cole got 2 quick outs to start this inning. Got Muncy and Turner. And then gave up the home run to Bellinger. So the Dodgers scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and now 1 here in the seventh. This inning not over yet. So that's fouled off. Count still 1-2. Angels had a couple chances throughout this game, but have mustered no runs through 6 offensive innings. Here's the 1-2. That's high, counts 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Taylor Cole right now has pitched 2 2/3 innings. And he's looking to complete 3 full innings out of the pen. Hit in the air right field, not quite deep. Straightaway right, there's Goodwin, he'll make the catch. And the inning's over, but Cody Bellinger gives the Dodgers some more insurance. 5-0, stretch time here in Arizona. Bottom of the 7th inning.
And leading up for the Angels.
Angels have the middle of the order due up. It's Anthony Rendon, Justin Upton, and Albert Pujols. Three imposing hitters on this Angels team. Angels still have some pitching issues to sort out, both in the rotation and in the bullpen. But their offense is one that should be feared. 1-0 pitch from Walker Buehler, who has pitched 6 full innings, struck out 10 batters, and has shut out the Angels to this point. Swing and a miss by Rendon, counts 1-2. He's likely to reach 100 pitches this inning. The breaking ball, Rendon finds a way to spoil that one off. And another 1-2 pitch coming. Another breaking ball. Rendon disciplined enough to take that, and the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Called strike 3 at the top of the zone. 11 strikeouts now for Walker Buehler. And that's out number 1. Well, usually in spring training, pitchers don't work this much. But with the season right around the corner and Buehler on a hot streak, let him ride this and gain some confidence. So manager Dave Roberts is doing right now. 11 strikeouts. And still a shutout going for him. Now here's Justin Upton. Upton singled in the 2nd. Also has a walk to his credit in this game. And fouls that one off. The count is even at 1. Justin Upton last season batted .215 with 12 home runs and 40 RBIs in 63 games that he played in. Had some injuries that kept him off the field last season with the Angels. Swing and a miss, and Walker Buehler continues domination. 12 strikeouts for Walker Buehler. And that's out number 2. So he had 10 strikeouts after 6 and strikes out Rendon and Upton to bring his total to 12, and now with 2 outs. Here's Albert Pujols. Popped into the air. There's A.J. Pollock. Catch made, and 7 innings have been completed in this Cactus League game. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Angels 0. We'll go to the 8th.
Your attention, please.
And a new pitcher coming out of the bullpen, No Ramirez. Those are his stats from 2019. So Andrew Heaney pitched into the 5th inning. He was replaced by Taylor Cole, who pitched the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. And now No Ramirez will come out, and he'll pitch the 8th. He's got 6, 7, 8 hitters. The Dodgers lineup due up. Corey Seager, Chris Taylor, and Will Smith. Don't forget you're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show. I'm Nicholas Callis. Did a grapefruit game yesterday was the Yankees and Pirates. Grounded left side, past the diving Rendon, but Simmons to back him up, throws to Pujols, and Seager's out at first. One away.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Chris.
Simmons, of course, has been a Gold Glove winner at shortstop several times throughout his career. Here's Chris Taylor, hitless in this one. Facing No Ramirez for the first time in this game. Swinging a grounder. Pujols comes off the bag to play it. It's Ramirez and Taylor racing for the bag, and Ramirez wins the race. Taylor forced out at first. 2 outs. There's Will Smith. 2 outs, bases empty for him. He walked and later scored. Earlier in this game, the Dodgers scored in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th innings.
1 ball, no strike.
Made it 4-0 at that point, and then Cody Bellinger had a home run last inning for the Dodgers with 2 outs. That made it 5-0. And now we're here in the 8th. 2 outs, bases empty for Smith. Hits that one well to center. Trout's got to play, and he makes it. Inning over. Dodgers go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th. The Angels will bat. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up when we come back.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the
And Walker Buehler is done.
number 75.
After 7 full innings pitched. He did exceed the century mark in pitch counts. So his day's over. Matt Thaiss will come up to bat.
For the Angels,
Struck out
the
twice
designated hitter, Matt
entering this at bat.
Thaiss.
But Walker Buehler, the starter in this game, pitched
Ball,
7 full innings,
1-0.
gave up 2 hits, and struck out 12. Gave up no runs.
1-1.
Count even 1-1. Fouled off, counts now 1-2. Scott Alexander will have 6, 7, 8 hitters due up. He'll face the 6, 7, 8 hitters in the Angels order. It's Thaiss, Brian Goodwin, and then Andrelton Simmons. And the new Major League Baseball rule states that a pitcher must throw to 3 batters, must face 3 batters before he's eligible to be substituted for. Popped into the air against the shift. Alexander, the closest one from the mound, he'll make the catch. And that's the first out. Let's just review the Walker Buehler scoreline.
Good win.
1 walk, 2. That's an impressive outing by that young man. Here's Brian Goodwin, but Alexander, a pretty good choice by the Dodgers because the first 2 hitters who are batting here are left-handers. That was Thaiss, who popped out. Now Brian Goodwin. Andrelton Simmons, a right-handed hitter, but he's not quite a strong hitter. And even if one of these batters reaches, Jason Castro's the number 9 hitter, and he's a lefty. And just in case, Joe Kelly and Dylan Floro are in the bullpen right now warming up. This wouldn't be a save situation, barring that the Angels wouldn't score in this bottom of the 8th inning, or even score in the 9th.
2-1.
But that's a primary reason why Kenley Jansen isn't throwing right now, the closer of the Dodgers. Two ball, 1 strike pitch. Coming to Brian Goodwin. That's called a strike. Finds the outside part of the zone, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing, and then that's fouled away. Count still even at 2. Will Smith flashing signs. Now Alexander comes set. Swing and a miss. So Matt Thaiss popped out. To lead off the inning, Brian Goodwin strikes out for the second out of the inning, and now here's number 8 hitter Andrelton Simmons. Simmons singled back in the 6th inning. The Angels really haven't cycled through their lineup very much in this one. Not as many at bats recorded as the Dodgers have. Strike one.
No ball. One strike.
The Angels have 2 hits to this point in the game and have scored no runs. That pitch misses outside, counts even at 1. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Base is empty. Swinging a foul ball, count now 1-2 on Simmons. Well, somehow he made contact with that pitch, and Simmons stays alive. Still down in the count, though, 1-2. Grounded right side, played by Max Muncy. Simmons out to end the inning. Dodgers get no runs on no hits and leave no runners on base. Last inning of regulation, it's the Dodgers 5 and the Angels 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20, and I mean that literally. This game is being brought to you by MLB The Show 20. Top of the 9th, it's the Dodgers 5 and the Angels 3. 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Dodgers this half inning. Gavin Lux, Mookie Betts,
No strike.
and Max Muncy. 1-0 pitch coming. Swinging a ground ball. LaStella throws to Pujols, and Gavin Lux out at first to begin the 9th.
Now batting, the right fielder.
No Ramirez still pitching for the Angels.
Set.
He came in last inning to replace Taylor Cole. Andrew Heaney, the starter of this game for the Angels, gave up 4 runs in his start. Gave up 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. Couldn't pitch out of the 5th. Taylor Cole came in, inherited runners on first and second with nobody out. Cole got out of that inning with no runs scored, pitched a scoreless 6th, and then Taylor Cole gave up a home run to Cody Bellinger in the 7th and ended up pitching out of the 7th, but was replaced in the 8th by Noah Ramirez, who pitched a scoreless 8th inning and now faces Mookie Betts with 1 out. And Betts aboard with another hit.
Now batting, the first base, Max Muncy.
Pitch squared up well and just hits it right up the middle. Out of the reach of Simmons there at shortstop. And Max Muncy will bat now, 1 out, and Mookie Betts on first base. Swing and a miss, that's strike 1. Max Muncy 0 for 4. Struck out his last at bat. A 1 pitch coming. Mookie Betts on first base. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball.
2 strikes.
0-2 the count.
Ball.
And that missed outside.
1-2.
Off-speed pitch moves the count to 1-2. That one bounces up to the plate. Jason Castro blocks it and prevents Betts from advancing anywhere. Counts even at 2 now. Struck him out swinging, chased the breaking ball, and Muncy down on strikes again.
The third baseman, Justin Turner.
A bait breaking ball, and Muncy took the bait. And now with 2 outs, Justin Turner comes to the plate. 3 for 4, lined out to second base. His last time up, and swings over that pitch. Strike one. Turner was the one that drove in those runs in the second inning. Had 2 RBIs on a double he hit then. But has a couple other hits scattered throughout this game. Quickly down 0-2 against No Ramirez. Swing and a miss, that's in the dirt. Castro, the throw pulls Pujols off the base.
Up next to Dodgers, the center fielder.
And that's the second time that that's happened to the Angels in this game. A runner reaches, or a batter reaches on a strikeout because of a wild pitch. Now Jason Castro got bailed out. That might have been considered an error on his part, but the official scorer just calls it a strikeout and a wild pitch. But the throw by Castro pulled off Pujols from the bag. And that allows Turner to reach. Betts advances to second on the play, and the 1-0 pitch right over the heart of the plate. So those 2 runs on base could still be earned for Ramirez. There's no errors were recorded. Another ball right over the heart of the plate, and Bellinger exercising patience. The count's 1-2. So Betts is on second. He reached on a single with 1 out in this inning, and then Justin Turner reached base on a wild pitch after a strikeout. Breaking ball on the ground right side. Pujols boots the ball. Bellinger hustles. He's safe at first. And that's the 3rd error by Albert Pujols in today's game. He's had a rough day over there at first base. The Angels have made several mistakes in this game, but a lot of them have come this inning. That's the only real legitimate one to reach base. He reached on a single. Turner reached on a strikeout wild pitch. And Cody Bellinger just reached on an error by Albert Pujols. That gives A.J. Pollock a chance for his own redemption. He is hitless in 4 at-bats. So now all those runs on base are no longer earned if you restructure the inning to where Albert Pujols makes that out. None of these runs would have scored, so Ramirez is off the hook at least for earned runs. Gets Pollock down in the count, though. No balls and 2 strikes. Although we've seen in this game, not even strikeouts are safe for the Angels. Already down 5. Potential insurance on base for the Dodgers. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3, and that ends the inning. No Ramirez pitches around a wild pitch on a strikeout and an error. Last chance for the Angels. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Dodgers lead 5-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Adam Kolarek
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
comes in to pitch for the Dodgers out of the bullpen.
Adam Kolarek.
He wasn't seen in the bullpen very much, but he'll come in to pitch the 9th. He's got 9-1-2 due up to face. Castro, the number 9 hitter. Jason Castro at the plate now. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Then back to the top of the order. Tommy La Stella and Mike Trout will follow Castro. Kolarek in 55 innings pitched had a 3.27 ERA and 45 strikeouts. Also earning a 6-3 decision. Pitched in a total of 80 games out of the bullpen. with the Dodgers. Line but foul. That's strike 2 on Castro. Kolarek made his debut on June 29, 2017 with the Tampa Bay Rays. Was traded last season from the Rays to the Dodgers. So those stats I gave you were from both, totals from both the Rays and the Dodgers.
The batter, number 9. Second
Castro
baseman,
strikes out.
Tommy
And that's the first out of the ninth inning, bottom of the ninth inning. Top of the order, coming up again, here's Tommy La Stella, hitless in 3 at-bats.
That's the ball.
Angels only have 2 hits to this point. Some of the Dodgers players have recorded 4 at-bats toward the bottom of the order. Even the top of the order, a couple of players now have 5 at-bats, but
One ball.
the Angels just on 4 at-bats coming up now, and that's for only the top of the order, barring several players coming up this inning. 1-1 pitch.
Ball 2.
2-1.
2 balls. 1 strike.
But only 2 hits for the Angels. They're players at the minimum of at-bats right now in a game. Not been a quality offensive day for the Angels for the majority of this game, and that's hit to the right side. Gavin Lux plays it, throws to Muncy, 2 outs. After the ground out by Tommy La Stella,
The center fielder, number 27.
and the Angels' last chance is coming up right now. It's Mike Trout.
Wow.
Trout walked in the 4th, but aside from that, he has no hits and 2 at-bats.
Ball.
And first pitch outside, that's a ball.
1 ball. No strike.
1-0 pitch, here it comes. Swing, line drive, foul. That counts even at 1. Don't forget you can watch Major League Baseball's virtual network on Twitter and on YouTube. Just look it up, MLB Virtual Network. And it's at Virtual MLB if you're looking for it on Twitter. 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. That's inside. Count 3-1 on Mike Trout with Anthony Rendon on deck.
Ball 4.
That's ball 4. Mike Trout issued his second free pass via the walk.
Now batting. The
And
third
Anthony
baseman,
Rendon will bat now with 2 outs and a runner on first.
Rendon.
But you are watching MLB's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. This game brought to you by MLB The Show 20. We'll have spring games up until opening day, and then once opening day begins, 2 games of the day will be broadcast. That pitch almost gets away from Will Smith, but he's able to pounce on it quickly and prevent shot from going anywhere. Yeah, check out 2 games of the day and league updates constantly every night. Grounded to first, Max Muncy throws to the pitcher covering Adam Kolarek. Anthony Rendon grounds out. Game's over. Dodgers win handily in this one, 5-0. Well, offense is pretty solid for the Dodgers, but Walker Buehler's pitching performance today was spectacular. It was hard to match. He struck out 12 batters in 7 innings pitched and shut out the Dodgers in his start. Bullpen backed him up. The Angels have scored no runs in that game, only got 2 hits as a team. Only one of them was off of Walker Buehler. Player of the game for the Dodgers is Walker Buehler. In 7 innings pitched, he did give up 2 hits. But he struck out 12, gave up no runs, only walked a batter. He's the winning pitcher in this one. Andrew Heaney gets the loss, made it into the 5th inning, but couldn't pitch out of the 5th. Gave up 4 earned runs on 8 hits. Only struck out 3. He's hit with the loss, and there were no save opportunities in that one, but the Dodgers
Thank you. for
scored 2
joining
in that
us here
third,
this
scored
afternoon.
in 3 consecutive innings. You see there the third, the fourth, and the fifth inning, and then that lone run in the 7th was on a Cody Bellinger home run, but the Dodgers had this one all the way and win by the score of 5-0, shutting out the Los Angeles Angels in this Cactus League spring game. You've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Stay tuned for more spring games tomorrow and throughout the next week. But opening day, don't forget, we'll start our virtual season where you can pick up on where Major League Baseball would be if COVID-19 were not a part of our life right now. But please enjoy this while it is, and I'll see you next time. Once again, the final score, the Dodgers 5, the Angels 0. You've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20.